Hi, everybody. Marc from Big Apple Hockey, and we're going to do an Islanders Game 1 wrap-up. So let's start with some of the positives. Ilya Sorokin, absolutely brilliant last night. 946 save percentage. He's already starting to get in the Carolina Hurricanes' heads. There was a 2-on-1 late in the third period where Marty Necas sailed a pass instead of just shooting it on goal. They're trying to make the perfect pass already to get to the perfect shot. If Sorokin is in their heads, that's not good news for the Carolina Hurricanes. 5-on-5 was pretty even. The Canes outchanced the Islanders by a count of 11-10, and it was pretty much an even game. It hurt where Carolina did score their goals. More on that in a moment. Also, Hudson Fasching was pretty good despite taking that penalty. His line, him, Pajot, and Parise was probably the Islanders' best line the entire night. On to some of the negatives. Anders Lee, not noticeable in any way last night, and when he was, it wasn't good. There were a couple plays, one where Horvat fed him in the first period for a tap-in. Lee missed it, and it went right by him. And the other one in the third period, Barzal held the puck in, went along the boards, shoveled it in front to him. Lee was a little bit too deep. Antiranta was able to get in front and make that save. Lee has got to be better, cause a little bit more traffic, using that big body. And then, then the Islanders might change around some of their fortunes. Speaking of Anders Lee's line and Bo Horvat and Matt Barzal, they were shut down by the Jordan Staal line. Lane Lambert is going to have to figure out a way to get away from them in the games in Carolina. Obviously, he could do that in games 3 and 4 at UBS Arena, having the final change. But if you're going to be doing that, they're going to have to figure out a way to get those guys away from Jordan Staal. Speaking of which, if they're going to be shut down, Brock Nelson's line is going to have to be better. There wasn't much that the Islanders' leading scorer really did last night, and that showed in the game pretty much the entire way through. Now, if the third line, the Pajot line, is their best line, they're going to have to work better with the Brock Nelson line. These are all notes coming from our Anthony LaRocco, not me. Also, the 9th-ranked penalty killing unit in the league allowed 2 goals to the 20th ranked power play unit. This should be a win for the Islanders at all times. They should feel free to not worry and take penalties, but you can't disrespect a guy like Brent Burns, who's at the point on the power play. Tremendous shot, tremendous point man. He's a former Norris Trophy winner. And also Sebastian Aho and his crew creating havoc down low. 2 deflection goals in the game, and that was the difference. But the Islanders need to stay out of the box. But the hard part is the refs were absolutely horrendous last night. Let's talk about the Ryan Pulock play. And it's a play. It's everything that was involved in that. Because Pulock turned around and just in live time, it looked like it could have been a slash. But when you look at the replay, all Pulock did was just turn his stick over and prevent Nason from shoveling the puck into the net. Instead, it's called a penalty, and Carolina gets their second power play goal of the game. Pulock would score 24 seconds later or something like that to have a gift from the hockey gods, but that doesn't make up for some horrendous calls. And there was a couple of calls that were really kind of, to borrow a word for the Midwest, a little hinky. I mean, they were very light, and they were kind of like, I mean, I think some of the calls, like even Sidney Crosby, would think were a little bit light. So that's really it for the Islanders. It's going to be a long series. Trust me, this series is going 7 games. I just know this. However, gotta say, night 1 of the NHL playoffs, a lot of excitement. 2 overtime winners, one of them in double overtime. Ryan Hartman and the Minnesota Wild, giving the Wild a 1-0 lead over the Dallas Stars. Concern for Joe Pavelski. We'll hope to have more information on that as soon as possible. Also, Edmonton up 2-0, 3-1. LA storming back. and then getting the game winner on the power play. And I believe it was Iafallo that got it. And it's, again, that's a series that everybody kind of figured, hey, this is going to be in the bag. But like last year, LA took a one game series lead. So with night 2 starting, you have the New York Rangers, versus the New Jersey Devils. The Toronto Maple Leafs versus the Tampa Bay Lightning. You have the Colorado Avalanche taking on the Seattle Kraken, and of course, the Las Vegas Golden Knights taking on the Winnipeg Jets. Jack Eichel making his playoff debut. We're going to have more on that tomorrow night for the big show, and possibly tonight if we get a chance to do a post-game show. Look for Marc's 60-second review, if not for the final buzzer with John Falkowski. And there is a lot more that we're going to be covering every single day as the playoffs go on. And don't forget, this is always brought to you by SeatGeek. SeatGeek, use the promo code Big Apple Hockey. You can see it right over there and get $20 off your first order. So why even watch the game on TV? Go to the game. Use the promo code Big Apple Hockey with SeatGeek. Thank you, and we will see you tomorrow night.